the
You
face, but you're saying I'm the
you
face of the
yeah
problem, though.
yeah you're the one that's doing it with the biggest platform. So yeah, you're the face of it, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that thinks it.
But I'm talking to you right now. I don't want to talk about other people about what they think. I'm talking me and you. If you are going based off of that, it doesn't make any sense. That's the point I'm getting to. It can't I can't be the face of a massive problem when the concept of trading LeBron stemmed from someone else. That person that I'm making a off of their comments would be the problem, not me. Like I don't you're making it seem as if like I'm the only person on the platform who started the idea of possibly trading LeBron. And
No,
also,
I'm making it seem like there was a game last night, right, where the Lakers got blown out by 30 points, and instead of you creating a space talking about the actual game, you then created a space right after the game went off because you know damn well Laker fans are about to be on Twitter looking for a space to jump in. You then created a space talking about trading LeBron. You did that, right? And you were the
okay,
biggest account that did it. That's my
okay.
point.
But again, but the logic that you're saying is when I did it 2 days ago, that wasn't after the game happened, correct?
No, but
Correct? Like you,
what's your
the
point with
point the
that?
point I'm making is that you're making it seem like I did it was this thought out, well thought out concept of ooh, I need to get to this point and that point, and then when I get down to this certain moment, that's when I'll drop the space. Bro, I tweeted about it before in the middle of the day. I made the space before also in the middle of the day or sometime mid afternoon. Bro, I made that conversation was being had longer than just right after the game. We've had that was an ongoing conversation. It was
Okay,
ongoing.
so let me ask you this: why are you recording this conversation right here the way that you're recording it? You're just recording it because you just needed to listen to, or are you recording it because you're gonna put it on YouTube?
Sir, again, this is where I need you to stop and
No,
speak
no, no.
very
I'm asking the
intelligent.
question.
No, no, no.
Why?
I'm about to answer you, sir.
We're in a space. What's
Sir,
your
I'm
point?
about to answer you,
Man,
sir. I'm
don't
about to
serve me,
answer
my
you,
nigga. Go ahead.
sir. I am. I'm trying to answer your question, but what I'm trying to do is to make sure you speak intelligently. The space is not being recorded. You keep think I'm doing something. It's not. It's not what you think it is. This space is not being recorded. So speak again, please, with some form of intelligence, please.
So come on, man. I'm not stupid. I know damn well you're recording this shit. I can hear the fucking echo, and I know I ain't the only nigga
I'm
that
in
can
my
hear it.
I'm in my living room. I'm sorry to tell you, bro. I'll take a pic of my living room. I'll let you see the space. Nigga, you thinking way too much into it, bro. I'm in my living room. High ceilings. Sorry to tell you, that's how I live. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I believe you.
That's why it's echoing. Sorry, man. I'm sorry to tell you. That's what's going on. It's not this conspiracy theory where I'm trying to get you. No. I'm talking to you like an adult. This is not being recorded. I'm not trying to have a gotcha moment. Trust me, if I upload a Twitter space video on YouTube, it ain't gonna bang. This ain't for clout, bro.
Right. So when you make your YouTube videos on other people's, that's not why do
I
you do
have
that?
never, again, sir, I'm gonna give you one more time to speak with some form of intelligence. I've never made a video on anybody in the NBA community in their Twitter space. I've never done it.
No. See, I see the words you're using. I said when you post a YouTube video on someone else's space, I didn't say whether it was related to basketball or not.
Okay,
You don't do that.
I didn't record. I've never.
You
I
don't
didn't
you
record
don't
the space. I've never recorded the space, dog.
so you don't make reviews on other people's spaces on what
I've
other
done
people are
one.
talking about.
I've done one video where I was part of the conversation. I was in the
Right.
room talking to them. Then what's even crazier? Because I'm assuming you're talking about one of the Twitter spaces that I was in, where I was talking to a few other people outside of basketball. Bro, they were okay. They were fine with us making that video. It was fine. It was okay. But this room isn't being recorded. Trust me when I say I'm not going to make a banger with me and you talking about this. Trust me, it's not.
Well, my whole point is that this is the type of shit that you do, right? You record people and then you make a YouTube thing and then you monetize off of it. And
I'm
that's a
literally
fact
not
because I can go
recording
find
this
you the video.
conversation.
My point is that that's the type of shit you do. I'm not saying that you're doing it right now. I mean, yeah, you're right. I could be mistaken, but that is type of shit that you do, right?
I've done it one time, and when I did it, it was confirmed from the other people in the space, and it
But
had
you've done
nothing
it.
to do. Wait, and it
My
had
point is that
nothing to
you've
do
done it.
with basketball.
Yeah, but you've done it, right? That's my point. You take shit off of Twitter, and then you make a YouTube video on it
I've
to
done it
monetize off
one
of it.
time. If I make a cooking video, is that now the depiction of who I am on the internet is a cooking video? You gonna be upset at me if I put too much pepper in my spaghetti? Like, is that what you like? I don't. You making you masking me as this person who records people and makes videos off of it when it happened one time, and even then I didn't record the video, and even then I mean I didn't record the Twitter space, and even then the person who was in this Twitter space with me okayed it.
But you've done it, right? Like that's my whole point. Like don't try to talk all smart and mix my words up, my nigga. Like
No, I'm
you
here
know,
with
you
you.
know, you know exactly what I'm saying. Like this is the type of shit that you and them other punk motherfuckers be doing. You like to take people's words, get them all twisted up, and try to make them mean some shit that it don't. My whole point is that this is the type of shit you do. This is how you make your money. Your whole shit is about talking about other people, taking other people's videos and commenting on it, right? And that's exactly why I'm pretty sure you have some shit where you got somebody tried to put strikes on you for using their material, right? But then you said you transformed it the right way, so you got the strikes removed, right? This is how you make your whole shit, right? Off of cloud off of other people.
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny?
Am I right or am I wrong?
No, no,
Did that
I'm
not
about to
happen?
I'm about to answer your question. The channel that you're talking about, I've never taken a single dime off of that channel. I've never seen a single dime off that channel. You're talking about playback. I've never
But
seen a dime off
they
that
tried
channel.
did they not no I saw something else, but they did try to strike you, right?
No, but you were
Picking it
talking
up.
about
Like
it.
I
You said
remember
that
earlier.
wait, no, 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 wait. I'm about to answer. I'm trying to answer your question. You said that I monetize off that. I've never seen a dime off that channel. I don't make that money that's being made, that does not touch my pockets, my brother.
Your YouTube channel is full of shit from taking other people's shit and transforming it. Is that not right?
You are literally talking about one of my channels, and I'm telling you once more, the channel that you are referring to, right? In that channel, I don't. I you say I monetize, and that's how I make my money. I don't make money off that channel, bro. I keep telling you that. I'm living well off of the other three channels that I have. Like
Right,
I don't make money off that channel. Like I'm sorry to
right.
tell you.
You're gaslighting.
I'm not. You're insinuating something that's not true. I'm now informing you off of it. I'm laughing at you because you keep jumping to conclusions that has no basis in it at all.
I know I could tell you for a fact that this is what you do, but it is what it is. Like I said, your whole existence is built off of clout,
Bro,
right?
I've existed on in the internet and on YouTube before playback existed. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and
What
how do you exist on the internet without clout?
I was
How do
making
you
I
how
was
do you make
making
your money? How do you make your money on the internet without clout?
I was making money about I was making videos about basketball, bro. You criticizing me about playback. That channel's only existed for a year. That is not a channel that is moving me. That's not it's there, it exists. That isn't
So
I don't
you
fill my pockets with that
so
money.
you're
I
the
don't.
you're the only YouTuber in the history of YouTube that makes money on YouTube without amassing a bunch of views, which transfer over into sponsors and commercials and all that kind of shit. You're the only one that does it without that, right?
I'm telling you the money that is being made from the channel that you're referencing to.
No, no,
I
no.
don't.
All
Okay.
look, all your. I'm talking about your existence on YouTube or Twitch. Period.
Okay. I'm
You
following you.
make money based off of your clout. Yes or no?
I disagree. But I guess we can agree to disagree.
No, no, no. You trying to kill my whole point.
No,
So
I've
so if you
disagreed
put
with
up
you. I've
so if
disagreed
you
with you on
go
this point before though. I've been disagreeing with you
so
before.
if you go for the rest of the year, right, and you don't get no you get no views, none of your videos do numbers, you just gonna be okay, right? Like just you just gonna stay rich, right?
More than likely, yeah. With the amount of money I've invested in things, yeah, I should actually be fine. I actually should be fine. Yeah, I
Yeah, you
own the
just a
car.
professional. You
I
a
own
professional. You a
I
professional
own.
gaslighter.
You you asked me a question and I'm answering it. I own the cars that I own. I'm in the process of purchasing a house. I don't really have any like outstanding bills, and the money that I've made it's invested, so I should actually be fine. I'm working to
Okay,
the point where
so
I will. I'm
so
trying to answer your question, sir. I'm at the point where I should be retiring within the next 5 to 10 years if everything is correct. So I should be fine actually.
okay, so without clout, without getting views and all of that kind of shit, you're still gonna get paid from YouTube and Twitch.
No, I won't get paid from YouTube and Twitch. I'll just
Exactly.
get invest.
That's my fucking
No, no,
point.
but I'm trying to. I'll get paid for my investment portfolio that
I
actually
ain't
gives me
talking
more
about
money
that.
than
I ain't talking about that.
it'll give me, but it'll actually pays me more money than Twitch and on Twitter does combined. Like my investment portfolio makes me more than enough money to live off on for a very long time. I could literally stop today and I'll be fine, sir. I'll be fine. I will be fine. So to think that I just do this just to do it is odd, especially when again I've told you before I jump in other people's spaces unprovoked and I still have conversations with them and I don't earn a dime from it. And those are other people's spaces and they title it the way that they want to title it and I still have conversations with them.
You're a clown, bro. Like you just keep tap dancing around shit to like
What
try
am
to
I
make it
tap
seem like
dancing?
it
I'm
is what it
answering your
ain't.
question.
My whole point. Oh yeah, so you just created the I mean you just decided to talk about Trey and LeBron just because fuck it, why not? I get it.
No,
I get
because
it.
I
You're
literally
creative, bro.
answered it. I answered that question, bro. Somebody literally wrote an article about trading LeBron. I didn't say it was because of fuck it. I literally told you that. You listening?
Right.
I said that Plasky wrote an article about trading LeBron. I said that already.
Right. That's cool. You're super creative.
Thanks, man. I
I
think I
see
am
why
as
you're.
well.
I see why your people follow you. They follow you because you're so entertaining,
Thanks,
and
man.
yeah,
Thanks.
you're pretty good at it. You're a really good
Thanks.
gaslighter.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I try my hardest, man. I work so hard, bro. I'm happy everything's working out for
But
me, man.
my whole point is this: without that, like without creating that type of attention, other people don't get paid, and so other people are after that. And that's the whole point of a lot of the shit that we see on Twitter. It's to get attention, it's to get views, and it's not actually about what's actually going on with the organization.
And you know
And
what's
I
so
wish
crazy? You know what's so crazy? I agree with you. That's that right. I 100% agree with you. That's the reason why I attempt to use my platform to give it to other people. That's the reason why I go into other people's platforms so they can continue to grow. And if I can aid them in any regards, that's the reason why. It's the reason why there's young men that I pay on this app to work for me and I continue to help them grow. That's the reason why, because I know everybody doesn't have the same opportunity. That's why. You're absolutely correct, sir. That's the reason why I do it. Because I know there's a wider voice out there that needs to be heard. So I try to extend myself as much as I possibly can so I can give them that voice. You're absolutely right.
exactly, and that's why there was a space there. That's why there was a space earlier where it's just me and then a bunch of your little mini fucking demons that's just protecting you because they know that just like I said, you're the nipple that they feed off of. So all you doing is just verifying the same shit that I'm saying. So
But the
yeah,
crazy part, but
you
the
might sound hold on, you might sound
yeah, you got it.
smarter than me. You might sound smarter than me, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. Like these people are attached to you, and they do the same type of shit that I'm talking about because it helps get them paid.
So let me ask you this question again. What do you suggest that I do? Because if you don't want me to then extend myself to other people on their platform because then they become an echo chamber of what I say. What do you want? Because
No, 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 no,
the
no, no, no,
Twitter
no,
space.
no. Look, it's all love. Make your money, do your shit.
No,
You know what
I'm
I mean? If
genuinely
hold on,
I'm
they you know what I
genuinely
mean?
asking the question though. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm genuinely because which the statement that you said before, I'm not even trying to gaslight you. I am dead serious when I say I know for a fact on this internet shit, I'm not going to last forever. I know this doesn't last forever. I attempt to extend myself to continue for this whole thing to grow in the right direction. So I am genuinely asking you a question, and I had this conversation with you off Twitter, so you understand how
All right,
genuine I am about this question.
let me give you my genuine answer. Do what you got to do, make your money, feed your people, right? I ain't got no problem with that. I don't got no problem with the people that eat off of you or that uses your platform to build their platform. I think that's dope. For any black person that does shit like that and uplifts, you know what I mean? That puts money or opportunities in other people's pockets, that's all love. That's not my point. My point is my concern for the fan base, right? If you got a platform and you're feeding other people, that's separate. That's separate to what I'm talking about. So for you to take what I'm saying and say, oh yeah, well, I'm good. I make a lot of money, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. That's cool. I'm not slandering you for that. I'm not saying that that's wrong. What I'm saying is that from all of the shit that I see on Twitter about this fan base and the shit that like conversation you have at the gym when you hooping with people, they're not talking about basketball no more. They're talking about the logistics of other shit that they don't know what they're talking about. That's my whole point.
And I thoroughly understand where you're coming from. I really do. And I don't want it to feel like we're going in circles. The two things that I just want to nail home. A, that those conversations have been having those conversations have been having what am I trying to say? Those conversations have been going on well before Twitter Spaces. The idea of like players being traded and how this GM feels about that GM and the narrative that you're talking about, bro, that's been existing for quite some time. And what's crazy is that, and the reason why I'm even more repulsed by the concept that you believe I fall in that umbrella is that I actually go out of my way not to talk about narratives. Like when people say that, or any player, like or if for example, when people say that, um, let's go with what you said about Westbrook. I purposely went out my way not to say, "Ooh, Westbrook sat out, so then the Lakers lost." So what is that? Like I didn't. I purposely decided not to do that. Actually, I went. Actually, the day that Westbrook sat out that game and the Lakers still lost, the space that I made that night, if I'm not mistaken, was based off of, see, this is a bigger problem than just Westbrook. You have these pieces that don't fit well with one another. Went on and on and on. And I think if not that night, then the night after that, I went on Twitch and I showed game footage and defensive mistakes that several players are making. And so I think what you're saying is true. However, I think it's happening before. The problem that I have with what you're saying is that you're associating that with me as if like that's the only thing that I produce. It's just
No,
not.
that's not like you keep missing my point.
Okay, let
My
me.
point is
I
that my
apologize.
point is that you're an example. You're you're a light for the shit that goes on there. So when you create a space and you name the space, and I mean, and the LeBron shit ain't the only one that you do. Like this is like a regular pattern for you, and it's not just you. Like the people that I named, this is what they do. They create these spaces with these crazy ass titles. Like that's a normal thing. Like that's my whole point. Like yeah, when you go into your space, maybe you're not talking about the shit that's being posted on the outside of it, but to get people in, this is the type of shit that you're posting.
Don't you think it's wrong to judge a book by its cover without actually at least taking the time out to listen to what's being said?
No, if I'm looking at a porno magazine and a porno magazine got porn on the outside, but in the inside they got some Christian shit, I'm not gonna open. I'm gonna think it's a porno magazine.
Well, that's
So
that's 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 not a that's not a fair comparison. That's if that's like me saying I'm the title of my room is about Ukraine, and then inside we're talking about who played better in the '93 finals. Like that's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about still basketball is a title, and basketball is in the space. The only difference is that maybe you feel like the title is a bit inflammatory, but if we get into the space and we're still talking basketball, it's still basketball.
no, you're creating a space that's talking about a trade transaction and not talking about what's actually going on with the team. That's my whole point.
But I mean, and this is, and I guess this is where we just agree to disagree. I'm sorry, but players being traded is part of the NBA, and we can just agree to disagree on that, and that's fair enough, and I can see where you're coming from. But it's players being traded is a part of the sport. It's a part of the sport. And in the audacity of me having one or two spaces talking about the logistics of trading LeBron, even though I've been making Twitter spaces, Twitch streams, and post on NBA posts on two of my channels, the audacity that I have not one but two Twitter spaces titling that. If you think that that is enough to make me the face of the problem, yeah, we can agree to disagree on that.
My point is, once again, I have an issue with the overall problem. And so when you, like I said, when you create a space that's talking about trading someone that ain't gonna fucking get traded, and then you create this whole, like I see all of this crazy shit going up and down the timeline with all of these dumbass trade proposals for LeBron. That's the example that I'm talking about. If you know what I mean, if you feel
I
otherwise, then cool.
Yeah, for sure. But I want to be clear again. Like when people were dropping like the when like NBA Central put out the article like LeBron being traded, but it's not because of me. This was what I said was already being ran through the media cycle. Again, Plasky wrote about it. Colin Cowherd was talking about it. Nick Wright was talking about it. Stephen A. Smith and them were talking about it. What's his name? Was Brian Windhorst was talking about it. They were all talking about it days before I got to my space, man. So you believing that I have that much power to change your timeline is crazy, nigga. This stuff was going to happen regardless.
Right. I mean, we're just gonna keep talking around in
Yeah, yeah,
circles
for
because
sure. That's I was.
you real good at escaping shit. But my point is my point.
No,
And at the end of the
I
day,
said we can
at the
agree
end
to
of the day,
disagree though.
at the end of the day, I really don't like. I don't really care who gives a fuck about it. Like that's just my post. You
That's
know what I
fine.
mean?
I just
It
gave
just
you the
is what it
platform
is.
to speak about it. That's all. I just gave you the platform to speak about it. That's all. I just wanted to understand where it was coming from. That's all, my brother. That's all I wanted to do to see where it was coming from.
But we went through this already. Like your whole this shit just seemed real sneaky to me. Like we had this conversation what a couple hours ago. I ain't telling
I
you nothing.
wasn't.
I'm not telling you nothing I didn't tell you then.
But when I was in a space, I was only in there for like 5 minutes, and then I had to go. I didn't able to really hear what you had to say, which is the reason why. And plus, I didn't want to have anyone else talk while we were having a conversation, which is the reason why it's just me and you in here because I just wanted to converse. Um, but yeah, I didn't. It wasn't because we did because I was only in there for like 5-10 minutes with you, and then after that, I ended up leaving because I had other things I had to do. Um,
Right, right.
so
So
I didn't really hear your side of the story. That's the reason why I wanted you to be back up here.
no, you want me back up here because I'm in front of your audience. Like if you really want to have this conversation, you could have sent a DM or some other shit. Like I said, we already addressed it in another space. Just like the whole, just like
Technically
hold on,
speaking,
hold
okay,
on, hold
go
on,
go.
just like that whole other space that was created. Like I'm not stupid. I know this shit is on some. Oh, let me hear my fans base. Let me hear my fans base hear him speak, so I could try to make him look stupid. I know that's what it's all about. Because if any of you guys had an issue, you could have just addressed the same post that everybody else was commented on. But no, you guys want to create these spaces with all of these people to get the attention that you guys want, and that's really what it's all about. And I entertain it because fuck it, why not?
But if that was the case, then why didn't you DM me and say that? Hey, I think that the way that you are showing the example to the rest of the NBA community is detrimental to the fan base. Because technically speaking, I didn't know about you. I mean, you the one who made the public tweet first, so you the one who went public with it. And then since you decided to go public with it, then that's the reason why I was like, we can do on Twitter Spaces. But if you had DM me first, because I didn't know who you were, then we could have had a conversation in DMs. You're absolutely right. If there was a problem, you could have DM'd me, but you decided to go public.
Now I decided to make a tweet just like I make tweets all the time. And today I just decided to make some names because this morning I saw all this shit that was going on, and I decided, you know what? It's about time the fan base starts to put it into this shit. So I named the three names, like I said, that to me represented the problem, and that's all it was.
I get it, but you again, you when you make a tweet, it's public. So you went public, you put my name in the tweet, and now you're telling me that if I had a problem with it, I could have went in the DMs. No, you the one who initiated this public dialogue. We're now here with a public dialogue. So you getting upset that it's a public dialogue, bro? You matched me. You came with me at it with the energy of public attention. Don't get upset with me now that there's 900 people and you concerned
There
about the
ain't
number of
no, there
people
ain't
in this
no,
space.
there ain't no upset. So let's not start pushing that bullshit. I ain't upset about
Fine,
nothing.
you being up concerned about how I'm handling it when you went public first. I didn't know there was much of a problem. So if you felt like I was a detriment to the NBA community, you could have DM'd me. But hey
Right.
man, thank you for coming up, man.
Just like when you created the
Okay.
space, you could have sent me a DM or some shit and say, hey, let me, let's talk or whatever the fuck. But not, what do? I have like 100 other motherfuckers start sending me shit. Hey, BG, you gonna come in here and defend yourself? Like, come on, man. You always on some
I
clown
did,
shit.
I did, I
That's just
did.
what you guys are built
I
on.
did. I literally quote tweeted your tweet and said, "Yo, I'm gonna be on a space later on today." I literally did that. I did that.
Yeah, I'm talking about when you started the space. I'm not talking
I
about some
was
shit that you did earlier. I'm talking when you actually started the space.
Yes, I literally told you I was going to make my own space earlier. And then while we were in the room, I was like, all right, let me since you didn't show up, I was like, maybe I just need to DM the gentleman. But I don't know you enough to just have you on speed dial to
Nah,
get to
nah,
you.
nah, nah, nah. I came into some shit, and you got like three other niggas running their mouth about some shit that they know nothing about,
You know
making
what's
some
so
ass
crazy? You know what's
comments
so
about
crazy? Half of the stuff that we were speaking upon when you probably came in here wasn't even about you. That's the odd part about it.
the shit that I'm talking about was directly about me. So I don't know
No, but
about
I'm
what
saying
happened
the
20
stuff
20. Hold on,
the
hold on.
stuff that we
I
were
don't know about.
the stuff that we
I
were
don't.
talking about when you came in though wasn't a lot of that stuff was not about you though.
No, no, no. I'm talking about what I heard when I came in here. Before
And
you
I pro-
noticed that before you noticed that I was in here.
and I promise you,
Before you removed the niggas that was saying the shit that they were saying.
and I promise you, majority of the stuff that we were saying on this platform had nothing to do with you. But like I said, man, I need to go stream. I guess I need to go clickbait my Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat stream. So oh, he left. Oh man, that's tough. Look, I just want to say this to the people. Hey, I never remove people out of my rooms. If they end up leaving, they end up leaving themselves. Um, that I don't know what else to say. Y'all see how it is. Apparently, I'm the fucking puppet master for half of fucking NBA Twitter. And when NBA Central drops tweets about LeBron being traded, instead of actually reading the article where he is quoting Bill Plaschke, he's going to now associate me with NBA Central tweets. Again, the level of emotion that is being seen from people who just don't know what they're talking about. Claim that claimed that I was recording the Twitter space. I wasn't. Believing that I was going to make a banger. I wasn't. You are recording because it's echoing. I'm just in my living room. Not that big of a deal, guys. I promise you it's not. But hey, like I'm about to go stream some more of this on this basketball in a second. If you want to catch me